Good evening and welcome to the April 11th edition of the Northampton Township Planning Commission. Let us stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, a moment of silence for the men and women in our armed forces and first responders.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Tonight's meeting has two agenda items, the first being the approval of the February meeting minutes, and the second is a consideration of the preliminary final plan of subdivision land development for the Bucks Roses property on Buck Road. Meeting minutes, has the committee had an opportunity to look them over, and any comments, concerns, any changes? No? If not, is there a motion to accept?
Motion.
Second? Good. The primary agenda item tonight is the Bucks County Roses development. The applicant is proposing to subdivide a 17.8 acre parcel at the current Bucks County Roses property on Buck Road into 15 single-family lots ranging from 0.92 to 1.35 acres. All existing structures on the property will be demolished with an existing telecom tower remaining. Who's here from Bucks County Roses?
Hi, Tom Kessler, the
Tom.
applicant, and Dan from DL Howe.
Dan McKenna.
Okay.
Project engineer from Howell.
From Howell, okay, sure. You folks are welcome to present the project, and we'll have an opportunity to discuss it after you're done.
Great, thank you. Thank you for having me tonight. I think we were in front of you a little while back, and there were some comments and some outstanding items that we needed to address, and we're working hard behind the scenes to get that done. I think now we're sort of, in a position to have this in front of you again, hopefully resolving those outstanding items. So, as I said, it's a 13-lot single-family subdivision, and as you spoke, all the structures will be removed for the development, except for the cell phone tower, which will remain. So, pretty much here for any additional questions that you all may have that we can answer.
Any description of the houses themselves at this point, a certain square footage? Have you gotten that far in the process yet, or?
These are fairly large lots, so they'll probably be large single-family 2- and 3-car side entry. Square footage, I think, will ultimately depend on the models and the home buyers come in what size they want. So it's hard to sort of predict that now, but they probably be on a typical 2- or 3-car single-family homes.
Okay. Well, we did have an opportunity to chat about the plan prior to. We do have some questions for you. So, anything else you want to present at this point, or?
No, I think we're ready for whatever questions you have that we can answer.
Okay. Who would like to start?
Okay, great. All right. So, thank you very much. I like this plan much better than the other one. I do appreciate your work in addressing our traffic concerns. But right now, I'm still concerned about the tree situation. It looks like you're trying to maintain a fair amount of forest, but it looks like the forest that you're trying to maintain will be really very close to the backs of those houses. And so I'm wondering if you can tell me about that construction and the tree issue.
So I'll jump in there. We did go through, so Dan McKenna with Howell Engineering. We took the time to complete a full tree inventory on the property. So I think it's on page 4 of the set. You see the actual survey location of the trunks, all of the sizes documented. There's differentiation in the code between forested trees versus standalone trees, let's say. I noticed that you're right, in some of these yards, it does look like the limit of disturbance is pretty close to the rear of the unit we're showing. Again, in those situations, the rear yard grade is just about tying into existing. So we don't really see much cut or fill once we get beyond, say, the excavation for the foundation of the house. And we felt it's a benefit to have those existing trees to stay on these parcels and make more of a wooded lot feel. And back to something that Tom had mentioned earlier, we show a typical house footprint on here too. It's not the real architecture that will be built.
Right.
So there is some change, and again, we're making commitment to preserve those trees. That would be something that the buyer would know going in. Right, so if they know that they can't encroach any further back, you've got to get it to fit as shown on plan, so.
I like that plan. Tree lovers only, you know. So you can put it in your marketing, name the development, Tree Lovers Lane.
My first community I named was Tall Trees at Thornberry, so.
Yeah, yeah, so.
Greg, do you or Amanda have any further comments you want to make on the tree situation?
No, I just,
It's on.
I would just make a suggestion, I think, from a zoning standpoint with the trees and the location, which we appreciate you locating this. The only other thing is making, I can't do this, so what I'd recommend to the board, though, that you would condition this based on satisfying the saldo with trees, taking the inventory, finding out what the delta is on the caliper, so on and so forth. So, yeah, just making that part of it so we just know where we're at with a total inventory of existing to proposed, and making up that delta either by finding more places to plant or feed in lieu of, or whatever is agreed upon.
Yeah, so I think there's some comments in the letter pertaining to tree replacement.
Yeah.
I think we have no problem complying with it.
Okay.
Amanda, you have anything?
Sure, and I just wanted to note again, not to belabor the tree conversation, but technically the plan presented before you this evening does not meet the zoning ordinance regarding the forest disturbance, but we did receive a revised sketch from the engineer that does appear that it would meet the zoning ordinance, so hopefully that would be satisfied in a future submission.
Any other comments from the one that I always like to ask at these? There's lots and lots of consultant recommendations, comments, needs, desires. Any of those that you're unable, not able to, unwilling to adhere to that you know of at this point, or are you? When it's all said and done, will you be able to check all the boxes on the comments that have been made?
I think we did file a limited waiver request letter
Yeah.
with this, and since I think there were 4 numbers.
Correct.
Items listed there. Those were the 4 that we were seeking relief on. The rest of these will comply, with one notable addition, I will say, and it has to do with driveway width. This was sort of a late call out here. Let's see if I can find my.
Is that the 20-foot
The 20
versus the
foot.
12?
There's
Yeah.
a section that requires a 20-foot minimum
Right.
width of the driveway. We have that at the side entry turnaround areas on all those garages. So it's really for our entry stem as we come back. It's a narrower 12-foot driveway. And then you'd make that turn into your garage, and it's a larger pad area. So we'd just be looking for the relief to provide that 12-foot wide driveway, again, back to that.
Has that
garage
waiver been submitted at this point,
pad.
or?
It is not.
Okay.
Again, we submitted the letter on the 31st. We're looking to add
Okay.
Just one request to that letter.
And is one of the lots a flag lot, and you're adhering to all the issues associated with flag lots? No problems with that?
That's correct. We run separate zoning analysis on the flag lot here to show that it complies with the additional flag lot standards, yes.
Anything else from the consultants? Go ahead, Janet, go ahead, I'm sorry. Your phone,
So, I'm not sure which lot that is, next to the cell tower. I mean, that was really great. I like the way it technically is a flag lot, but, you know, the fact that it's not 150% works just fine. I mean, I like the plan. They did a good job.
Thank Dan.
any other comments?
Just some food for thought. Again, probably not something that's been fleshed out at this point, but the Postal Service does typically require communal mailboxes for any new subdivisions now. So we would, if that is the case, be looking to identify that and have some sort of pull-off area or something, accommodations for that space as well.
Yep, we're expecting that's typical now, so we would have that. Probably be one location, given the number of units.
Anything else?
An additional waiver, do we have to add that, or what are we going to do with that?
I would just say something about that, just, you know, as part of the motion,
Okay.
with the understanding that there will be a waiver to be submitted with the width of the driveway. Yeah. Not many here from the public, obviously. I guess we won't have any comments from them tonight. Anything else from you folks? Good? Okay. Well, shall we have a motion?
Okay.
Turn on this mic.
I move that we, oops. I move that we recommend to the Board of Supervisors preliminary final approval of the Bucks County Roses Subdivision and Land Development, SLD 22-1, subject to compliance with the Township Engineers Review Letter dated April 3rd, 2023, the Township Planners Review Letter dated March 27th, 2023, and the Township Traffic Engineers Review Letter dated March 28th, 2023. It is also recommended that the requested waivers be granted and subject to the submission of the driveway width waiver yet to be approved.
Can you also add to that motion that this be subject to meeting SALDO and zoning landscaping requirements?
And the motion includes meeting salvo and
Zoning landscaping requirements.
landscaping. Yes.
Thanks.
Okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Nobody? It is passed.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Do we have any other business up here tonight? I don't think so. We need a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second. Good, thank you, everyone.